Hello everyone, today we have fresh kit from Tamiya, surprise surprise. This is a 35 scale tank. As you can see, it's new M4A3E8 Sherman Easy 8, which was fighting in European theater as it's written on the box. So we have here a short list of the features. The most important one I want to emphasize is this kit is not a typical Tasca kit which we've seen in previous Tamiya releases. It's a whole new, let's say, Tamiya kit, which is quite nice, and we would see it now in the review. So we have this beautiful box art on the top. Here you can see comparison with my hand, so it's not that big box. Nevertheless, it's quite thick. We have one marking option shown here. We have the small picture of the figurine which is included here. It's half of the figurine. And also we have here another marking option. In total there are 2 marking options included into this kit. So this is a top opening box, and that's what we have inside. Olive green plastic sprues which are packed into the separate plastic bag. So we can check them one by one as usual and see if this is a really nice kit to assemble. I would say that Tamiya is typical even here in this kit, because unlike Dragon, this kit offers very easy assembly and very, let's say, logical kit design, which should be easy to work with. So here we have bottom hull part, which is easy to guess if you take a careful look on all those parts. We have here 2 side parts, 1 bottom segment, and here is another part. So as you can see, molding quality is excellent. We have thin attachment points, which should be easy to work with. And the plastic itself is quite thick, so I doubt that it will be easy to break those parts. Next we have 2 plastic sprues packed into the same bag. Why? Because those are absolutely identical and they contain parts for the suspension. Just give me a second to open this plastic bag and I would show you what's inside. Frankly speaking, I haven't built Tamiya Sherman. I have assembled only the one from Dragon. Nevertheless, I think this kit should be easier, as I said before, because we have here fewer parts with the same detalization. I think it's quite genius, let's say, solution. So here is the sprue, which is given in 2 pieces. 2 absolutely identical pieces. We have here rolled wheels. As you can see, they're molded as a one piece, single part, so you will have to be careful while painting all those rubber tires. We have drive sprockets, we have some suspension elements, we have the wheel bogies, and again some suspension elements. Everything is molded in clean fashion, and I don't see any possible problems. Even note here the headlight cover, which is quite small, and it's molded out of the plastic. It's molded without any possible damage or other, let's say, molding problem. Then in the same bag we have small plastic polycaps. Here they are, which obviously should be used for the wheels and for the drive sprockets, as far as I can guess. But we will see it further in the review when we will check assembly manual. Then we have separate plastic bag dedicated to the turret part. Top of the turret part is molded as a one-piece part. Here it is. Note here the nice casting marks. We have this nice imitation of the casting surface. Of course, all hatches are molded separately, and inside, of course, there is no detalization, so don't be hopeful that you will be able to replicate the interior of the tank, at least in this section. Tamiya kits, as usual, they don't offer detailing inside. Okay, so next we have hull part. Actually, this is the top segment of the hull, which is also quite impressive. Here it is. So as you can see, again, we have this nice casting marks, we have casting texture, we have separately molded hatches, and note that engine area is also should be assembled out of the separate parts. and on the sides there is nothing interesting. Inside also nothing interesting that much. Then we have transparent parts and one plastic sprue which are packed into the same plastic bag. So just give me a second to open this plastic bag. I wonder why Tamiya is using the paper clips. It's like the worst enemy of the mod ever, nevertheless we have it here as well. So the biggest sprue, I mean not the biggest but the bigger sprue carries various turret parts. I would zoom out the camera a bit, and here you can see all of them. I guess this is a one-piece main gun barrel, so it's molded as one piece as I said, and the gun muzzle should be molded separately and assembled out of those two parts. Again, we have nice custom texture on the gun mantlet, and also we have here nice one-piece tools which should be very beautiful, which should look good after some careful weathering and painting done. Then, as I said, in the same plastic bag we have transparent sprue, which is packed into the separate plastic bag. Nothing special here, I would say, in a good sense, because molding quality is quite impressive. Then we have quite set part of this kit is the vinyl tracks. As you can see, they're quite nice, but I would expect Tamiya to include plastic tracks. Finally, I mean, come on, it's already 21st century and we still have vinyl tracks inside new plastic kits. Then we have a small plastic sprue with machine gun. Here it is. Again, impressive molding quality, and I think this part can rival with some resin counterparts because, again, the molding quality is excellent. The biggest sprue in the set carries plenty of different parts. We have here the front hull part, some of the external elements. We have here the engine cover, again the main gun, let's say, holder. Then we have figurine parts. Note that parts division is quite typical. We have torso, we have separate hands, head, and even the helmet is molded separately. Then we have decals. Decals are molded and packed. Decals are printed on the separate sheet and packed into the separate plastic bag. Here nothing special, as you can see, just 2 black stars and 5 white stars. Assembly manual is printed in form of this typical Tamiya brochure with black and white printing and quite nice instructions inside. And of course we have background information about the real tank, which will provide you with some useful info for the assembly of your model. Unfortunately, here are no walk-around photos as in some other kits. So that's all for this video review. Don't forget to check full review article on our website. And of course, I will be happy to see you subscriber of our YouTube channel and fan of our Facebook group. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video review.